Alright, good morning, y'all. So, sitting here in my tent, I had an okay night of sleep last night. It rained on and off all night. I had a freaking mouse in the tent with me. It had, let me try to show you a little bit. So, I was laying here and I thought there was a moth, because I'll get moths caught up in here. There's a little spot here on these Z-packs that they'll get stuck in. You'll have just a bunch of bugs. I was like, man, that is a big moth and it's freaking stuck. And so I turned my light on and there's a little mouse right here staring at me. And he was so freaked out. So I snagged my umbrella here and I started whacking at him. And, well, first I opened up the tent doors really fast because I was like, well, I want to get him out of here. So I started whacking at him with the tent to try to get him to move. And so he sprinted all the way around and ran all the way around my tent until eventually he escaped out through here. And I think he got in when I was airing out the tent because it was still soaked from yesterday from being near, there's a creek at the Forest Service campground. So I had both my doors open. And I think he just climbed in here and was hanging out because there's no, like, he didn't get into my food. I checked all my food and there's no signs of where he had eaten into it. So that's good. But it was still just ridiculous. It's like, man, that's one heck of a moth. And yeah, this freaking mouse looking at me. I think today might be just shy of 20 miles. I'm trying to get close to Anaconda so I can have a Nero tomorrow. That's just a day where it's called a near zero, which means that you hike in a town with very few miles. So you're getting a nice full day of rest, but still just hiking a little bit. And I think that's what I'm going to do, but we'll see. I mean, my body might feel like garbage and not let me do that. So I'm just going to listen to my body and then see how things go. And yeah, also did get up earlier. It's probably about 15 minutes till 7, and I just finished up eating, so I should be able to get out of here by 7. So doing better. All right, well, this was quite a nice campsite. The whole tent was dry. It was freaking awesome. Aside from the mouse waking me up, but yeah, let's get going. So I just stopped to change from my rain pants into my regular pants. I just wanted to show you guys something. These pants were snug when I got out here, and probably got about an inch, almost 2 inches of space now. So yeah, the weight is dropping. This is one heck of a sign, guys. I'm here at Champion Pass, if that isn't obvious. But it's got a lot of really neat stories of this specific area over here. So I'll read it while you guys take a look at the map, but it's called Over the Divide by Ditch and Tunnel. It says, Christian and Anna Skirts came to Deer Lodge, Montana from Switzerland in the late 1800s to engage in the tinker trade. Later, they bought the Cloverdale Dairy Farm and raised Guernseys to supply milk and eggs to the mining camps. Christian's holdings grew, so did the need for more water. In 1899, Christian diverted water through a ditch over a low place on the Continental Divide. In 1900, the ditch was improved from Indian Creek on the east side of the Continental Divide to the head of Peterson Creek on the west side of the Continental Divide. In 1925, construction of a 650-foot tunnel was completed to improve water supply from the Continental Divide at a cost of $4,773. This included a 3,828 feet irrigation ditch and 250-foot outlet from the tunnel to take water to the head of Peterson Gulch. That same year, the Forest Service issued a special use permit for the tunnel and the ditch. Remains of the tunnel can be seen north of Champion Pass, and the photos are courtesy of the Skirts family. Oh, cool. Look at that. And then here is their photo right there, 1924. Another fixer-upper. How old do y'all think that is? Gotta be turn of the century. Gotta be. Look at that. Still got some of the clay in between it. How cool. Oop, don't trip. You know, it's generally against my religious beliefs to walk uphill backwards on trail, but this view is pretty darn good. Hey, so just popped out at the Anaconda Cutoff. So the main CDT goes this way, and the Anaconda Cutoff breaks off to the right down this Forest Service road. I think it's going to be a lot of road walking down this thing, which means a little bit of exposure, so I'll be busting out the umbrella today. I think we're supposed to get some afternoon thunderstorms today. That seems to be the normal, which makes sense. That's how it was on the Appalachian Trail during high summer. Usually around between 3 and 5 p.m. we were getting afternoon thunderstorms. So, unfortunately, I've been able to miss a good chunk of them. And the nice thing too is that there's spruce trees here, and if you don't know, spruce trees are one heck of an umbrella. So if you just pop under one of those, if it's just a passing shower, odds are you're gonna stay dry. Okay guys, let's do some road walking. I've been sitting here taking a break, and I just spotted that little guy. Hope it doesn't fall. Oh yeah, it's occupied too. Ooh, I think I'm gonna move along. Lots of sun today, but it is nice walking through the countryside and seeing the farmland. Apparently there's some super aggressive dogs about 3 miles up the way. I guess they'll bark and get real aggressive and get in your face, but they won't actually attack. So I'm gonna first try to throw my meat stick, see if that'll calm them down. If that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna try to treat them like a bear. And if that doesn't work, I'm also gonna treat them like a bear, and they'll find the bear mace. So hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. Right on cue, the clouds are rolling in. It's about 1 p.m., so they are right on track. I believe it was like 2 or 3 p.m. where the chance of thunderstorms jumped up a little bit, but it should be good. I'm not far from Anaconda now. Still got those dogs to deal with here in about a mile, and then after I deal with those guys, I'll be close to the main road, and then should be able to get into town pretty quickly after that. Oh, I don't know if these are deer or antelope. So cool. Look at them all. How neat. And I think my welcoming committee is going to come out of these buildings up here. We'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky and I can sneak past them. Well, I'm pretty sure that fine establishment with all the double wides on it is where the dogs were hanging out at, and I made it through so far. Mainly just tried to walk quietly through there. Oh, I hear one. Oh, they're just sweeties. They don't care. I'm past the property. I threw them a meat stick. Hey, dude, that's a good jerky stick. Eat that. Okay, they did their job. I'm leaving. That's funny. I almost made it. You know, I bet it was me yapping on this camera that made them turn around and start running. Well, it's nice and pretty on this side of the road. And not so much over here. Kind of walking right down the middle of multiple systems here. You got that big guy off to the left, one forming here, a couple behind me. But I've been fortunate so far. I think it's like 4 more miles of road walking till I can get a hitch into Anaconda. So we'll see. We avoided the one on the left, but we didn't quite avoid the one on the right. But we're rocking the umbrella, so we're good. We are at downpour status. Oh shit. Hail status even. Good God. Oh. Not fun. Not fun. Look at all the hail. You can't see the hail, but it's coming down. Yeah. Found this overhang to hide out under. Look at all the hail. Woo! Interesting. And it's sunny over there naturally. Well, that was interesting. Big thanks to the Montana Fish and Wildlife for making this little check-in kiosk. Well, it dropped a lot of water really quick. I mean, obviously this creek was here beforehand, but that was a lot. And apparently all of this water is toxic. It is downstream from a Superfund site, somewhere up near the mountains, so everything that's running off of this is either contaminated by the farming fields or by the heavy metals in the Superfund site. So not a ton of options for water coming into Anaconda. Okay, I got a hitch from a woman named Chelsea, and I'm now at the Albertson, just getting some supplies, getting the stock back up, and then I will head on over to the hostel. Okay, we spent a hair under 50 bucks there, and it was the Albertson down there, and you can see the storms are still coming in. Now to walk down to the hostel and get settled. So this is the town of Anaconda, and it is the best trail town until we hit Colorado again. Everything else is pretty limited as far as town and resources go, so it's nice to be able to get resituated here, and then yeah, get ready for the Idaho-Montana border, and then eventually Yellowstone here in like 3 or 4 weeks. It's pretty exciting. This is a neat little town. It's got all kinds of boutique stores and restaurants and all kinds of really cool stuff. And one thing that's really cool that's about to happen in this brick building right here is I'm going to snag my resupply box, because Anaconda Outdoor agreed to hold it for me, which was super cool of them, because they didn't have to do that, and it avoids me having to go into the post office. So let's see if I can spend stuff or spend money on things I don't need here. Quick, this is so pretty, so nice in here. Well, so got my package, got my groceries there, and just showing off a little bit of Anaconda. That's pretty neat. And we're in the main drag here now. We've got all kinds of really cool places, a lot of historical buildings. It's pretty cool. What is up, folks? So I am currently at the hostel. So this is Pintler's Portal in Anaconda, Montana. It is an amazing hostel. I'm going to take you guys on a tour here in a little bit. What I'm also going to try to do is show you what a town stop looks like, because it can get a little chaotic, right? Like there's a lot happening all at once, and I'm trying to get out of here tomorrow. So let me turn you around real quick. Now this is all my stuff yard saled. This will be my bunk right there on the bottom. Those are all groceries. I'll get that all laid out. I just got cleaned up and showered. I'm rocking some loaner clothes. That's all my laundry. So I'm gonna go get that knocked out, and then I'll just try to show you what all happens on a stop like this, because it is kind of fast and furious, and I realize that sometimes you're watching the YouTube channel and it's like, I say I'm going into a hostel,
you get like a 15-second clip of town, and then I'm right back on the trail. So there's a disconnect there, and I just want to make sure that I'm showing you guys what this looks like, because it's fun, it's intense, it can be overwhelming. Sometimes you get out to the trail and you're like, man, was I taking a break from the trail, or am I now taking a break from town? But it's fun. All right, let's go.
Give you a tour of the hostel. So this is called the Pintler's Portal Hostel, and it's got hikers, bikers, as well as a lot of skiers during the winter. So let's go ahead and get this tour going. Okay, so we just walked in the front door. This is the check-in area here. And then off to the left, we have the hiker box and also some trail maps as well. So there's not too terribly much in here. Once again, a hiker box is basically where hikers will throw off any scraps or anything that they don't need. I actually pulled some peanut butter out of here earlier that somebody had graciously left. So this is what it looks like in the hiker box room. Let's go ahead and check out some of the rest of the hostel. We have the main entry area here as well. Nicely decorated. We got a world map here as well as the guest sign in. And this is the restroom and shower area. So they're all individual showers, which is really, really nice. Nice and clean on top of that. So let's go ahead and check out the downstairs area. So this is a little recreation and planning room here off the left. So they've got a map of the Continental Divide, as well as maps of the adjoining area, mainly for the skiers and hikers if they're just out for a local hike. And then in here, we have the lounge and dining area. So it is beautiful in here. We've got so much in the way of furniture and decorations as well. Some board games in the corner. And let's go ahead and check out this kitchen, because I'll be making dinner here shortly. And then we've also got the laundry tucked away. But first we'll check out the kitchen. Just similar to a standard commercial kitchen. They have they've got two tops there, as well as a toaster, and then basically any utensil or any type of silverware, etc., that you might need on the left side as well. They got some coffee there, and then you've got coin-operated laundry here in the back. So I'll get some laundry knocked out here momentarily. And then behind me, that I kind of blew past, you've got the refrigerator as well as a freezer here. So we're going to take a little bit of an interesting turn. Now we're going to go visit where I'm sleeping tonight. Okay, and before we get there, they've got loaner clothes, so you can wear their clothes while you're doing your laundry, which is fantastic. And then, this is my room right here. It was very kind of them to put my name here. So this is where I'll be racking out here. There's no one else sleeping in the bunks in the hostel. There's one other hiker here, and he is in an individual room. So fortunately, I've got the place to myself. And that concludes the hostel tour.
While I was at Albertson, I wanted to get some food for here on the trail that's good for dinner, for breakfast, and then also a little bit to take out with me as well. It's really tempting to go to restaurants and eat while you're here, but that stuff can add up, and you may not necessarily be getting the best food. No knock on that, but I'm trying out my own approach this time around to see how well I can make this work. But all of this was $46, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to make a pasta using ground turkey. So I've got the sauce here, some mushrooms, red, green, pepper strips, things like that, and I'll throw some seasoning in there as well. I also got a sweet kale chopped salad, which should give me plenty of greens and lots of vitamins, because that's really what I'm lacking out here right now. Speaking of vitamins, I got some One Daily, and then for tomorrow morning, I've got some buttermilk pancakes. I will try to eat every single one of those suckers. Obviously this big honking sandwich here, this is an Italian. I might eat half of this tonight in addition to the pasta, and then hike out the rest tomorrow, or just hike this whole thing out tomorrow, and that will be my resupply. And then for dessert, to polish things off, I've got these cinnamon rolls here. They got a little damaged in the walk. And then I actually lost my clean smart water bottle. And by clean, I mean it was the one that I was pouring filtered water into. That vanished, I think, when I was hiding underneath that railroad bridge the other day. So that's what $46 will get you. Oh, and then the berry mix, I'll have a little bit of that tonight. If I can find some ingredients here in the kitchen, I might make a shake, but if not, those plus some awesome Hiker Box peanut butter are gonna go on those pancakes and I'm gonna tear them up. Laundry going right now, so that's washing up, 25 minutes that'll be done, and then I'll throw it up in the dryer here. And what's working out nicely is I can cook while it's getting washed and I can keep an eye on everything and get dinner ready and have clean clothes. Hey guys, so coming to you live from the hostel bunk, but pretty good day today. Was able to knock out about 20-ish miles to make it into Anaconda. Was able to get the resupply knocked out, picked up my box, swung by the grocery store, got some new fuel for my stove because I was getting really low on that. And tomorrow I'm going to take a zero. I did some big mileage over the last couple days and need to rest my body. I can definitely feel it. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to play it safe, take a zero tomorrow, get rested up, especially while I'm in such nice accommodations. This hostel is amazing, and the town just has so much in the way of resources for hikers. So I'm going to take advantage of that, try to eat some good food tomorrow, get rested up, and then ready to hit the trail again because I'll have about 15-20 miles left on the Anaconda alternate, and then I'll get back on the CDT around mile 560, 570. And then it's a total of 4 days between Anaconda and Darby, Montana, where I've got a package that I'll be picking up. So I'll get there, get reset, refit, and then drive on. And I think it's Ledore after that. So the towns are just cooking past right now. A lot is transpiring. I know on the AT it was weird. It was like mentally we were always 2 to 3 weeks behind where we actually were on trail. And I'm feeling the same way on the CDT. Like, it feels like Anaconda should have been this way far off town that would take me a long time to get to. And I'm here. And all these other towns that I've been looking at are just speeding up and coming at me really fast. So it's really fun to see that. It's really fun to watch the miles tick by. And part of that is just protecting my body and doing what I can. I know I didn't do a super great job over that the last 3 days, but you gotta push it eventually. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna rack out. Like I said, tomorrow's gonna be zero day. I'm gonna work on videos. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna stretch. All those fun things. All right, y'all. Take it easy.